Welcome to another edition of the Mexican Soccer Show, live from Los Angeles.
Live, man.
We're live.
It's pretty exciting.
This is legit. I think this is our first big production. Cesar, how are you?
I mean, I'm hoping we have another All-Star Game next week, right? Because then we can we have an excuse to do this once again. I mean, that'd be pretty amazing. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm hyped. Just, I don't know, eager to talk to all the guests we're going to have tonight.
Yes. Well, all of you guys that are in the chat, we have a great show for you all. There's so much that's going on. Liga MX MLS All-Star Week starts this week. And like I said, live from La Chuperia. You know, they didn't want us to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways.
I'm not going to lie. Wiso was talking about doing this. I didn't want to do it, but I guess.
We're just going to put it on. Saying hi. I'm down with these. Snap.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah, we're going to do it right now.
I guess we're doing this right now.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to say, first of all, thank you so much to La Chuperia for letting us come on.
Yeah.
Using their space. They gave us like a whole space here.
They almost gave, I mean, here's the thing is like, I feel like they almost gave us too much space.
They did.
Like they can sell, like at least have like 3 to 4 tables over here that they could have like sold, and they gave it to us to wear these hats.
That's true.
And talk about Mexican soccer.
We have our one of our sponsors, Charlie Football.
Yeah.
Right. So this whole week, Charlie's been really cool.
Charlie. Yeah.
They want to do some cool stuff in the United States. They reached out to us. They reached out to our friends at Pancho Villa's Army.
Yeah.
Nikki Sports, and they said, "Hey, let's get this. Let's get the MLS All-Star Game." So yeah. So first of all, thank you, Charlie. We're gonna be having lots of guests today, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So cool. Liga MX versus MLS All-Star. Before our guests start to come in, tell us a little about what do you expect of this game, Cesar?
I mean, unfortunately, as we're going, if we're looking at this from like a journalistic perspective, unfortunately, what we're seeing is that the big news is Chicharito's going to be missing.
Yeah.
Vela's going to be missing. But I do think that that's actually kind of interesting because then that kind of turns a tide on the Liga MX perspective, where you think that you can have a cabecita kind of taking over. You can have this Liga MX team that has so much more talent taking over. And perhaps getting a big win, because I thought maybe Chicharito and like Vela would be the stars of the show, but no longer.
I'm a little disappointed.
No longer. I'm disappointed too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm definitely disappointed too. But
Yes.
I mean, the thing is, like, I'm still pretty hyped about the game. I'm still 100% hyped about the game.
It's
No,
like
oh, wow,
No,
you're-
I'm hyped. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of. I'm glad that
We
they're
have all
here.
this. We have
This
this
is
sponsored
really,
venue.
really cool. But at the same time,
Yeah.
are the players going to really take that seriously? Like maybe in the MLS
what?
All-Star games, they're always like they do, but I've seen MLB,
Yeah.
so we'll see. But let's start out with our
Vamos,
first guest that we
yeah,
have.
yeah.
For those of you guys that have been watching us, we normally have some guests, mostly Liga MX, Mexican national team guests. Throw out there some, I think some USA fans have come on or journalists come on, but this is the first time that we have 2 different podcasts. 2 different shows that are coming together because Liga MX, and we're representing Liga MX. We have the Cooligans, everybody. We have the Cooligans that are going to come on.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes wild.
All right,
So the Cooligans are joining us.
we're gonna make way for you guys.
We got a splitter over here.
Yeah.
Alexis and Christian's they got is that the mini cam? Is that
Yeah,
the,
that's the DJI.
The DJI is awesome. First of all, I didn't know how tall Christian was, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go a little.
Oh, yeah, stand on it. Yeah. Everyone's like, how great is it doing a show? You guys have a TV show. It sucks. He's skinny. He's tall. He's good looking.
Sure.
He looks like he's 12. I hate it.
Well, the thing is, too, is like you're doing a pod with like Mexicans, and we're like, you're usually an average size, like 4'5".
Yeah.
So like, just like,
Yeah.
Edson Alvarez says, don't go with me.
Yeah. There's a couple. Oh, wait, turned it on. Are we on?
Mine is on.
1, 2, 3. You got me?
Are we
Yeah.
good? We're good. We're good.
See
Okay,
that?
yeah.
You see productions over there?
Up. Now
Yeah.
you hear me.
You're good?
All right, good.
Okay.
Good, good,
All right.
good.
You don't need to hear him. You got me.
No.
All we said is that we're short and
not-
they're tall. That's all we said.
That's not what I'm
There's
here
a
for.
lot going on right now. We have, first of all, we're in La Chuperia. I can't believe you guys came to a place.
Well,
called
we got invited to a place called La Chuperia, and we're like, what exactly is going to happen?
Sure.
Wow, LA is different.
I didn't. This is the first live show I've had to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
All right.
Most, you know how like when you go to take an airplane back into the U.S., they make you take a COVID test? Here, they're going to make you take an STD test. We're at La Chuperia, folks.
This is exactly why we wanted the Cooligans to come on. First of all, for those of you that don't know, all right, guys, like you're professional comedians.
Very much so.
You are stand-ups like almost every week. You're hilarious. And then all of a sudden you started doing a soccer show. How did you come up to be?
Yeah, I've always been interested by that.
Please
too.
tell us.
Yeah, well, we watched your show and we thought anyone could do it. No.
All the jokes are gonna come out.
Thanks to Cooligans. That was great.
It was awesome.
We get to go to the private room now at the Chuperia.
Well,
Is there a VIP section?
No, we've been doing stand up for years.
Yeah.
And maybe in 2015
Yeah.
we had already been doing stand up for about 6-7 years.
Okay.
2015 NYCFC started.
Yeah.
So Alexis is like, hey, there's a new team starting. They're
And we're
playing-
poor comedians and the season tickets for $300. I think we can afford
we
this.
can go. So we're like, all right, we both enjoy soccer. We both knew that about each other. So I was like, let's go. And then Alexis had mentioned that he wanted to do things comedy and soccer related.
I had already thought about it, and I had the name
Yeah.
Cooligans already in the back of my head.
Right.
Yeah, and then so I was already working on I was doing like live like a variety show and writing
He
and
was like writing and
video.
producing.
I was just doing stand up and doing all these other things.
Yeah.
He had this idea. I'm like, let's just do a soccer thing. Who cares? I'm
Nice.
like, nothing matters, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was where I was in my head.
That's
at
the
the time.
inspirational story.
Literally,
folks.
I was just in a deep bad place.
Yeah. He was down bad, and I took advantage of him. Because he was like, I have cameras, I'll do all the work, and I'm like,
Easy. Yeah.
I'm
I
the
think
talent.
I'm about to bring you to La Chuperia.
Yeah.
Is this live?
This is live.
Can you edit this?
This is our wedding venue.
This is all. There is no editing.
Yeah.
Amy, we got Maria Static. I've got a lot of people in the production kind of going like,
Yeah.
all right, you
There's
guys are
people
doing good.
freaking out behind the camera.
Just do this when we're done. Like
The VIP
just
room's
cut it.
freaking out right now. Just, what? This is public right now?
So you
We started
Back
doing a podcast, started filming some videos like outside of Yankee Stadium, and then it just kind of picked up. People
Picked up.
started
Yeah.
we started realizing like no comedians were talking about this sport,
Yeah.
and even our peers, our other comedian peers, were like, "Why are you talking about soccer? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna listen to this."
And every once in a while, someone be like, "Oh, dude, I love soccer." I'm like, "I've known
Then
you
why
for
don't you
7 years. You
Yeah.
never said anything." Yeah.
But can I
So-
ask, wait,
go
actually,
for it.
can I ask you guys? I know this would be like a very stupid question, but like, why Cooligans? Because
hooligans,
that's
Cooligans.
Hooligans.
Cesar. Are you serious?
No, honestly,
I think when you said it was a stupid
Hey, you know
question,
what?
it wasn't the question though.
no. That's part of my rundown right here. Yeah.
Cooligans.
Right.
Yeah.
Hooligans? No. Like, I mean, but like, why? But why cool? Like,
So the
Because
true
they're
story
cool.
Yeah.
is that no? But I don't know if
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was like
Because
some
we're
sort of
not
meaning.
like we are big fans of the sport, but we're not barra brava. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? We're
You're
not like we're not in that sense. Like we don't want to
Yeah.
do that. We
Yeah.
want to have fun with the sport. We want
Yeah.
to have a good time. We want
Yeah.
people to have a good time. So it felt like when I thought of it, there was a person that I had thought would be a host of a soccer show before NYCFC
Okay. All
started.
right. Yeah.
And I talked to him, and we were coming up with names. We were coming up with a bunch of different stuff. And when I said, "What about Cooligans?" and he was like, "That's horrible." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's so bad, it's good." And he's like, "No,
Okay.
it's just
That's
bad."
hilarious.
And he's like, "No, this is
It's
horrible."
genius.
He ends
Yeah.
up getting a writing job, so I couldn't do the show with him. So I had this in the back of my head. I want to do a show. Him and I are joking around at the game. People like it, so I was like, "Hey, we should do a show." And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "But this is a true story." He goes, "We just got to come up with a name because no one ever comes up with a name. Everybody comes up with these ideas, but we never get a name." And I go,
Yeah.
"What about Cooligans?" He goes, "Oh, it's so bad, it's good." And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, we don't have to worry about the name. Now we
Now we
can
have to worry about that.
Yeah.
we can move
It's
forward.
a great name. It's a great name. You weren't as basic as the Mexican soccer show. So we're,
To be fair, we kind of adopted that name in a way.
Yeah.
but that's a long story. That's a long
Right,
story.
right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but it lets you know what it is. When I say Cooligans, people are like, "What is that?" It sounds like a startup. You know what I mean? It sounds terrible.
you mentioned something that you said. It's like, oh, why did you pick soccer? But and it's this argument that people have, like, a lot of people don't. It's soccer's boring. Nobody watches it. But when we're starting to see, there's a lot more people that watch football in America.
Yeah.
I always hear it. Oh, no one's watching the soccer in the U.S. When you take in the community our community, our Hispanic community,
exactly,
all the immigrants, plus all the Americans that watch it, I could definitely see soccer's in the top 3 leagues, beating some baseball games in the weekend, beating hockey definitely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I hate when people say that, like, U.S. is not a soccer country. It's not a rugby country. It's not maybe a tennis country, but there's a lot of soccer happening that people are watching.
So I'm Dominican. Alexis is Cuban.
Yeah.
Not
Soccer powerhouses.
Hey,
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
For a lot longer.
Yeah. We'll see the CONCACAF Nations League goes, man.
So it's even
Europa League of the Champions League.
Until you're allowed to pick up the ball and throw a curveball, we're not. We ain't gonna be powerhouses.
even within our respective Latino communities, it's also like, why are you talking about
Why is it
So
baseball?
It's taken some time to even convince my parents that they get the sport, they understand it. They have Univision. It comes on from time to time.
You got it.
But now it's been especially my mom seeing us talk to players on TV.
Yeah.
Now she's happy that I'm working, but then she's like, just make sure your teeth are okay. You're on your face. She's very focusing on those things.
But one of my favorite stories is Bundesliga flew us out to Germany to do media stuff.
Gosh.
And they flew out a bunch of people from Latin America and the US and Canada, all media folks.
And then they brought you
And
guys?
somehow we got involved. We're like, we are
Sorry,
not
no
media.
offense, no
Where
offense.
are we
no
on
offense.
that one?
You're 100% right. They immediately knew their mistake. When we got there, we just opened our mouths and they're like, uh-oh. There was the whole group of Latin American and South American and Central American and Mexican journalists and their version of ESPN SportsCenter hosts and stuff were there. And they're all communicating and one of them comes over and we start speaking Spanish to them. And they're like, hey, ¿a dónde tú eres? And I'm like, oh, yo soy cubano, él es dominicano. They're like, oh.
¿Y por qué está jugando fútbol?
Pero fútbol.
Yeah,
Estás hablando de fútbol.
Yeah,
Pero
and we're like, we have a TV show about football. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
And then it was like, immediately, that whole side, he was like, oh, yeah. And it was like all of those media people came over. And they were like, they're touching us. They're like, Cubano y Dominicano.
They're touching you.
They're like, America must be the world of you can do whatever you want in America because a Dominican and a Cuban have a soccer show.
Anything is possible.
But I feel like we literally talked about this before we started recording, which is it's fascinating because I feel like we're I kind of resonate with that same idea because I remember there was a specific podcast episode. I think you were a part of it on the Fairweather podcast where we talk about that you have to create these opportunities for yourself where you have to kind of do these things for yourself. And I feel like we kind of have to
do that within English.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But I feel like we have to pave our own path. And I feel like you guys have paved your own path as well. And I find that fascinating because that's just what we have to do. And also the thing is, as I talked before we started recording, these things aren't given to you.
Right. But
We
it's
have to
also
do it ourselves.
it's a
We have
very
to do it
Latino
ourselves,
thing.
yeah.
You want a house, go learn to build one and build it yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to do it ourselves. Yeah.
It's
Nobody
such
was
an odd
talking
way to
about-
look at it, but that's just what we all do, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And when you look back at it, nobody was talking about Mexican soccer in English. We're like, hey, let's do it. Let's see how many people are out there.
People
it grew.
asked us when we started to do a Liga MX show because there wasn't anyone
There isn't
who
anyone
knew what you
talking
guys were
about it.
doing.
Yeah. And I think that's what's pretty cool is bringing everybody together. I mean, and you guys are awesome. You're coming over here. Let's actually talk about the game and
Yeah, let's do
MLS
it,
and
yeah.
what you're at. You landed yesterday, today.
Yesterday.
Today.
yes.
You already started
I can
the
pour myself
activities.
water while you
Yes,
talk,
yes.
Mhm.
In fact, I thought we were gonna have some micheladas
Oh
come
yeah.
through.
Yeah, I did say I want to see what La Chuperia is all about.
So if we can have
Drinks wise, right?
asking in the green room
Oh sure. I'll take it.
that it's full vodka, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
that is
okay.
100%
All
okay.
right, MLS Liga MX for us. Let's be honest. An All-Star Game when it was kind of announced.
Yeah.
Pretty we were just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not a very, especially in Mexico. Everyone's looking at this right now, going like, oh my gosh, what are they gonna do? They're just gonna injure our players. Why are they doing this? But when you think about it, it's such a cool concept, and it's
is,
very
yeah,
American
100%,
concept.
yeah.
I totally get it. On your side, or MLS, it's usually an MLB or football or any other sport. It's kind of like the halfway point. All right, let's do something fun in the middle of the season,
Right.
and then not take it too seriously. But now you're bringing in the two countries. You're bringing in the two.
I feel like there might be a little bit more animosity
You
here.
bringing in the
maybe
rivalry.
it's a
How-
subtle
This
animosity.
is
How
probably
do you
the
see it?
first time where neither team really wants to lose.
Right.
Yeah, previously these were even when Chelsea played the MLS All-Stars, there was
Doesn't
preseason tour
matter.
for them. They didn't care.
Yeah.
The kids came in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Real Madrid was here, they're like, who cares? This is the first time where I don't think the Liga MX All-Stars wants to go back to Mexico having lost
Well,
to
as-
MLS All-Stars.
Especially after
The beautiful summer.
Nations.
The
Yeah.
beautiful summer. Of
After the
Mexican
two losses.
After our C squad beat their A squad, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think there's a little bit more, I think concern over not nobody wanting to be embarrassed. Like MLS is used to being embarrassed by Liga MX most of the
16
time.
years in a row.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So I don't. It's the pressure is on Liga MX.
Okay.
But it's
Of
always.
course. So it sounds like you guys are definitely team MLS over here. Yeah,
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
for sure.
Yeah,
I
for
want-
sure. Okay.
I want a good game, but yeah, we work for MSC.
This is why we brought him,
do show
Cesar.
there, yeah.
In the notes, Team MLS.
This is why I made my own notes. Is that,
Yeah,
can we make some sort of bet? Like,
You know who we want to win? Liga MLS.
Big fans. That's gonna be the future anyway.
Yeah. That's what this is, by the way. This is an appetizer for what's really going to happen, which is the leagues are
Yeah.
going to combine.
We
So
were pretty
get
much
used to
paid
it.
to Liga MX MLS.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this in the spot. This is not part of the rundown or anything.
Okay.
Can we make some sort of bet?
Yeah, we can make a bet.
Like,
100%.
or like,
serious?
so
Yeah.
Have you seen our summer?
Yeah.
Do you know what just
Like,
I
happened?
guess if you lose, La Chuperia.
also before we make this bet, it looks like you guys are about to get a couple drinks out here.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at
We
What a
want a
warm
drink.
welcome.
This doesn't look real.
Jeez, did we get anything?
No.
What happened in Mexico that this was invented?
All right.
This is what I want to know.
Passing him over. All right.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no,
So-
wait,
Keep it going.
okay, but what? Okay, can we?
Oh, they're going over there.
Wow, they were gonna bring it to us too.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay.
This is.
I was hoping for a light drink.
Let
This
me
is
ask
not
you
a light
what
drink.
life event happens that you decide you want to drink this? Is this like a birthday event?
What is on the straw? What is this?
That looks like more tahine.
No. Okay, guys.
Okay, please
So
explain.
Please
Let me
tell us what a michelada
Clearly, you
is.
guys aren't Mexican or Mexican Americans.
By the way, I love that we all speak the same language, but we
Sergio.
don't have the same culture. I don't know. I've only had a michelada once.
Hold on a second. We're gonna bring the. This is like a little commercial break.
Okay.
Sergio, if you want to come.
Sergio.
Yeah.
Sergio is the owner of La Michelada.
Oh, all right.
La
Dude, this
Chuperia.
guy's so intense. I thought he was security before. This guy. Look at this
Sergio.
guy.
Can you explain to us? They're from New York.
Right.
They have no
Yeah.
idea what
They
Well,
have
I'm also- we're
they have
Cuban
no
and
idea.
Dominican.
They're
Yeah.
Cuban and Dominican. They have no idea what a michelada is, or and since you guys are experts,
Fidel
La
doesn't
Chuperia-
allow us to drink this. So.
He's like, Fidel, no. What is an
He's also
michelada?
not
I
here.
don't want to screw it up.
Well, first of all, welcome, guys. Thank you guys for joining us here at La Chuperia. Michelada is basically a Mexican Bloody Mary.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You like Bloody Marys?
Bloody Maria, I guess. I've had Bloody Mary once, and I've had a michelada once. That's it.
It's
So pretty much is instead of the hard liquor, the vodka, we use a beer. And this is our specialty right here at La Chuperia.
okay. It's beautiful.
It looks
it's a
delicious.
Mexican
Gorgeous.
remedy for hangovers.
It's a Mexican.
This is a remedy for hangovers? Because I got to be honest with you, it looks like it causes it. This actually looks like how a hangover feels.
Oh, there you go. I didn't want to mess it up. Sergio, thank you so much for having us here.
Wait, real quick.
Absolutely.
You know what La Chuperia means to every other Latino, right? Out of Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It also means that.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's intentional.
It's intentional. This is why it's there.
We got invited
Thank you
here.
again
I was
for-
worried. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this was in Tijuana.
Thank you again for
Oh,
coming.
thank
out.
you guys. Thank you guys.
And then I-
It feels more like
All
a
right.
single on time.
Thank
All right, let's see how we can do this.
Sergio, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergio.
But honestly, Eddie,
All right.
I'm not gonna like this though, but
I gotta be honest. The smell is awesome.
Yeah.
It
You know,
smells like a
I'm a huge fan of the vegetables that
you
it
use
comes
this.
with.
This is the straw.
yeah.
Right.
Okay,
I get that.
this is the
But
straw.
what's on it?
Which, by the way, is illegal in New York. We only use paper.
Well,
Okay.
So, do you guys know about like chamoy or anything like that? No.
No.
No?
Oh, that is. That tasted like you allow. You know what a latchkey kid is? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's the kid that you give a key to, and he just goes home after school, and no parents are there.
Right.
This tastes like he would make it. no parental
do you
advisory.
guys drink like
Do you know
spicy
Sergio's-
stuff?
Sergio's
I like
right over
spicy
there.
stuff.
I'm a spiceaholic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
It's a li-
that. The
It's a little
flavor.
spicy, right?
it's so spicy.
Yeah. It's just like it's very tangy. Like it hits the back of your teeth. You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like it gets you here. It gets you right here.
I really want Liga MX to win like 8-0.
So here we go.
I
At
feel
this
like I'm
point,
on a
yeah.
cruise boat.
Oh, I don't think you're supposed to take out the beer because then it's gonna overflow.
No,
I
no,
lifted
yeah,
it-
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
lifted
yeah.
it to get some out of it.
Okay.
To try to balance this out a little.
All right. Like
Mm.
Amy, our producer, is already telling us to wrap up.
But can I?
Yeah,
Can I sneak in like?
We can do this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Hold on.
Hold on,
Wait.
Amy.
All right.
Hold on. I just have to ask.
Go on.
I don't care if you have to rap. Wow. What's happening in my mouth?
It's a lot.
What? You go to a bar and just this all day?
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
What's the
okay,
occasion?
Wait, yeah, what does this
No, no,
replace?
no. So,
this is a special occasion kind
so
of
like,
drink.
Chuperia-
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So the michelada doesn't have all this all the time.
Yeah,
It's
no.
literally a cup, some Bloody Mary mix, and
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
mix it is, and then you drink
Mhm.
it. It's supposed to be light in summer.
This is the like you're not gonna go to like somebody's house to get a michelada and be like,
You're
oh
gonna get one
yeah,
of these.
let me
Wait,
get like,
Right.
the whole beer inside. This is a whole
Right.
production.
This is not what you're
You
gonna
go to
get.
your homie's barbecue and you're like, you better give me an upside down modelo.
I only counted 3 cucumbers, not 2. I went to La
Okay.
Chuperia.
Yeah.
David's gonna get really mad. So okay, MLS.
Okay,
let's
go
talk
for it.
soccer. What do you expect out of this game, guys?
Yeah.
This will be. Look. I think this is going to be every MLS All-Star that we've been to. The first, especially 10, 15 minutes. The MLS players, they don't know anything about each other. They don't know where anybody's going to be positioned. They don't know. But I think the Liga MX players will have the same problem, but for less time.
Okay.
They'll adapt a little bit quicker.
Here's what's going to happen. I think the Liga MX players are going to try to flex because I think they're all going to try to get designated player contracts in MLS. They're all, this is what they're showing up for.
You guys
Yeah.
watching me?
Yeah.
The Liga
Kansas
MX
City's
players,
watching me.
Some of them get paid via gems so they can avoid taxes. So I think they're trying to get their legit money out of MLS.
So I was about to bring it up. So say Liga MX. Could we make a bet? Like
Yeah, let's do it.
If
Oh,
Liga
wow, this is why I wanted to get this. Okay.
if Liga MX wins, can you guys jump onto our show
Yes.
We're
and
already
talk
there.
10 minutes about that Liga MX win? But if MLS wins, then we'll jump onto your show and be
Oh,
like,
yeah. No,
talk
this
10 to
seems-
15 minutes about
Have you
why-
heard of a win-win?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is a heads you win, tails you lose situation.
How is that even a bet?
Yeah.
We both win.
That's just smart cross promotion.
Yeah. I think what you're doing is having a marketing meeting.
You didn't have to say that out loud.
Yeah.
So what hap-
Just sip more. Of the
Yeah.
It's hard to predict, but I guess we'll give you guys predictions. What happens? What happens on Wednesday?
I'm gonna say
High scoring, right?
I'm gonna say
Really?
I'm gonna say 2-2
Oh.
MLS.
Wait, does
penalties.
it go penalties?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go to penalties.
Yeah, yeah,
Straight to
Like
penalties.
1995 MLS penalties?
Oh,
No,
that would be great.
no.
That would be amazing.
That's the true way penalties should be taken.
Shootout. Yeah, that would be amazing. No, I think it's going to be like 5-3 MLS.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
They
it'll be like-
typically don't really
then the
defend in these
MLS
matches.
Undefeated. You know,
Yeah.
never lost MLS. Liga
Confetti,
MX.
big trophy celebration for an all-star game. And by the way, if you're watching this from Europe, get ready. You're going to get an all-star game too. Everybody gets an all-star
Only a
game.
matter of time.
Everybody starts.
We're going to Americanify all your sports, bruh. Wait for the salary cap. It's coming, Premier League.
Does that include the micheladas as
Oh,
well?
Yes.
Yes.
This'll be the-
I would say definitely do this if you want to burp fire. Try it.
All right, Cooligans. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Keep this?
I like take it with you.
Can I get a to-go box?
Thank you so much.
You guys are absolutely
Yes,
amazing.
absolute pleasure, guys.
Cesar,
I'll see you guys
Wiso,
on the skill challenge. And we'll see
Wiso,
you guys-
Yandel. I love all of you.
Man. Oh, man. Good. All right, they're giving us a thumb up. All
Yeah,
right,
I
cool,
mean,
cool.
honestly, you have to forgive us because this is literally the first time we've ever done this.
Yes. All right. So I forgot. I mean, I didn't know they were going to give us micheladas. So I'm glad that we got the micheladas.
Oh my god! I
This
mean,
stomach-
literally, Zerk. I mean, we literally got to hang out with the Cooligans. Literally, some super because I thought like 100% they were just gonna be for
It
them.
was just gonna be for them. But once again, thanks again to La Chuperia over here by LAFC Stadium, the Bank of California. Our next guest, we have we wanted to bring someone from the MLS, which the Cooligans, and then we wanted to bring somebody from Mexico, knows more about the Liga MX players, and we brought in our friends from Mediotiempo, right? And they're gonna come in right now, start setting up. Mr. Agustin and
Juan Martin,
and Juan Martin Montes, who's the editor of Mediotiempo, and also Juan Martin used to follow the Mexican national team, and now he's also a suit now in Mediotiempo. So Mediotiempo has been probably one of the leading websites when it comes to Liga MX, Mexican national team, and sports all of a sudden. So we'll see. They're coming in right now. We have Agustin join us.
They give them some high fives to the Cooligans.
High fives to the Cooligans. The Cooligans are just stealing the show. We're going to be doing this in Spanish
and
or Spanglish.
Porque Cesar está aquí, vamos a hablar en Spanglish.
Spanglish. Bueno, bienvenidos.
Thanks, guys.
Tiempo.
Muchas gracias.
Juan Martín, ¿cómo estamos?
¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están?
¿Qué tal?
¿Todo bien? ¿Todo bien? Llegando aquí a Los Ángeles, ¿llegaron ayer?
No,
¿Hoy?
llegamos hoy tomamos el avión casi de madrugada.
Sí.
Llegamos aquí, yo llegué 10 de la mañana. Yo me vine en un vuelo comercial, pero acá el señor se vino con las estrellas.
Con las estrellas.
7 de la mañana.
7 de la mañana, Jesus,
Juan
man.
Martín,
Estoy despierto como desde las...
¿Y vas a dormir like right now? Just, as soon as we're done, ¿vas a dormir ahorita?
Sí, ya son las 2 horas. Aquí en California la gente no se duerme hasta las 11:02, entonces estamos aquí. Bueno, bienvenido. Acabamos de hablar con los Cooligans que representan el lado de la MLS. Y bueno, a ustedes los presentamos como el lado de la Liga MX. ¿Verdad? ¿Qué nos pueden decir? Fueron la conferencia de prensa hoy de ese partido. Primero, ¿qué tan importante? How important is it a los jugadores? Porque mucha gente dice nada más, no, pues van a venir acá a pasearse. No. Pero sí ves que hay tal vez sí lo está tomando en serio, los jugadores quieren ganar.
Sí, yo creo, escuchamos la conferencia de prensa, justo Juan Reynoso, el entrenador de la selección o del equipo de MLS, de la Liga MX, perdón, justo decía eso, ¿no? Que vienen a dar espectáculo, pero por el resultado. La verdad es que yo creo que sí se ha construido una rivalidad. También lo decía Bradley, el entrenador de la MLS, que él ve a México como un rival importante. Le tocó en tema de selección mexicana contra la selección de Estados Unidos. Y por supuesto que hay rivalidad y creo que la Liga MX se lo está tomando muy en serio.
Sí. Algunas veces, bueno, ya los fanáticos de los equipos, no, pues vuelan hoy, juegan el miércoles, regresan por ejemplo, Memo Ochoa regresa a Cuapa el jueves a entrenamientos y ya tienen el juego contra León, o sea,
viene de
Olímpico y vienen de cuántos meses con la selección, o sea.
No, y Talavera viene de recuperarse de COVID, ¿no?
Talavera también, sí.
Hay algo ahí, el tema de, como les digo, sí quieren ganar, pero tampoco te vas a romper al 100 para seleccionarte.
Es lógico, ¿no? Que los jugadores van a evitar una lesión porque sería catastrófico, ¿no? Que en un amistoso que ni siquiera representan a su club, sino al equipo de estrellas, que es la primera vez, les pase algo, pero digo, no creo que tampoco vengan con esa mentalidad. Lo que yo sí creo es que en el calendario de la pandemia son mucho más frecuentes las lesiones. Yo creo que igual tienen un poco más de temor en ese sentido, pero fuera de eso yo creo que es un experimento para la Liga MX muy interesante. Para la MLS ya ha sido recurrente el juego de estrellas contra clubes europeos, pero yo creo que el hecho de que sea contra Estados Unidos quizá puede convertirlo en algo que ya sea anual, ¿no? Que igual se haga este juego de estrellas cada año.
Y dijiste que es un experimento, pero para mí algo que es interesante es, for me, like a Mexican American, es si para ustedes, like if you're trying to reach out para esos mexicanos americanos durante estos juegos, going up against like MLS and Liga MX y todos en los Estados Unidos, y cuando you consider like all the Mexican American kind of like aficionados que tienes aquí, y para ustedes es algo que es interesante para like not just for news stuff, but just like para like interest para esos mexicanos americanos también.
Sí, yo creo que, mira, yo lo decía con Juan Martín, Chanma para los cuates. Yo lo que decía es que me parece que hay una rivalidad importante entre ambos países en temas futbolísticos a nivel selección.
Y sobre todo ahora, ¿no?
Y más ahora, ¿no? Que venimos de 2 derrotas,
de
¿no? Contra Estados Unidos. Pero más allá de eso, me parece que le hace mucho bien a la Liga MX un espectáculo como el que se va a vivir en esta semana, mañana el tema del Skill Challenge, el tema del partido. Me parece que le da esta visión de espectáculo que se hace muy bien aquí en Estados Unidos, ¿no? Yo no sé si el partido vaya a ser muy atractivo, bien jugado, sea intenso, pero me parece que abre una gran puerta para el negocio, para la afición, para este tema de conectar con la audiencia aquí en Estados Unidos.
Sí.
Entonces, me parece una idea brillante.
Y no nada más es de México y Estados Unidos, porque los jugadores son de todas partes del mundo, ¿no?
Sí, también,
Entonces, mañana, el miércoles, la gente piensa, no, nada más es un juego de práctica, pero se va a ver por todas partes del mundo.
Sí.
Por eso la MLS se ve en más partes del mundo que cualquier liga de América, que se está viendo por lo
está
mismo.
muy bien planeado, como en la misma tradición de los juegos de estrellas de
Exacto.
MLB, de NBA, digo, el Skill Challenge yo creo que también va a estar
Eso para mí, yo pienso que para mí más interesante, para mí lo personal, ver el Skill Challenge, que ya no va a estar Chicharito, ya no va a estar Carlos Vela, pero ver lo que se pueden hacer en eso, porque para mí, yo lo veía en la MLS y no conectaba. Si no había un jugador mexicano que ni lo vi, pienso que sí Carlos Vela.
¿Y Jorge Campos? No, Jorge Campos, no.
No lo vi. Pero bueno, o sea, ya que están los jugadores mexicanos, a ver cómo van. No, para nada. ¿Qué es lo que piensan que va a pasar? O sea, va a haber muchos goles. ¿Cómo ven el partido ya viéndolo en lo futbolístico?
Pues yo creo que sí, porque también los jugadores tienen que venir con esa mentalidad de dar espectáculo.
Ajá.
Yo creo que van a ser el tipo de partidos que no van a meter la pierna, que tampoco se van a morir por defender. De alguna manera yo creo que...
Y si alguien empuja y se empieza...
No creo.
En este All-Star Game, no, pienso que no.
Se juega mucho, ¿no? Porque era complicado también acomodar por temas de calendario el partido. Entonces... están empezando la temporada en México, la verdad es que va a ser complicado que existan roces, ¿no? Sí. Pero por supuesto que hay rivalidad, por supuesto. También lo decía Celarayán,
Yo te digo ahorita, Funes Mori no lo veo que va a estar muy así como que quiera perder. Después de...
Y hoy también estuvo Lucas Celarayán en la
conferencia. También él, sí.
Especialmente Funes Mori, como llegó, como estuvo peleando, en esa final estuve ahí, no es como, a ver, me la voy a tomar, él va a querer ganar, a lo personal, porque también canchonero que es, ¿verdad? O sea, yo pienso que él le va a gustar a ver qué hace.
Oye, Wiso, y otra cosa importante que decían también en la conferencia es que es el primer All-Star Game en este formato. Entonces lo decía Juan Reynoso, queremos hacer historia y queremos que en esta primera edición queremos ganar nosotros.
Sí, porque si gana Estados Unidos ya van a decir que nunca han perdido. Ya van a empezar con todas las camisas que va a decir, nunca hemos perdido un All-Star Game. Ya, como sus dos campeonatos de este summer.
Te puedo preguntar algo en Spanglish, pero pero para mí, porque yo soy, obviously, un pocho, like a Mexican American, pero algo que me interesa es porque whenever I hear alguien como Mikel Arriola hablando del business de Liga MX, hablando que hay mucho interés aquí en los Estados Unidos, para ustedes, es algo que es, like, you guys have the same conversations when están hablando los oficinas, like, talking about, like, reaching out to esos, like, mexicanos americanos, reaching out to algunas personas como yo, porque I'm real, we were talking over there, like, porque mi padre es de Guadalajara, mi madre es de DF, pero I speak in English mostly with my friends, pero hablamos de
like how important is it for mediotiempo?
¿Qué
tan importante es?
Porque yo sé que like, I know it's yo sé que es un poco complicado, because I know you guys tried that in the past, but like
sí, pues mira, la verdad es que gran parte de lo que estamos aquí, Juan Martín y yo, es justamente pues entrar al juego de estrellas, definitivamente por el espectáculo que representa, pero también venimos a hacer alianzas con ustedes, con la MLS, porque creemos que aquí hay un mercado súper importante, hay un mercado muy interesante, en donde lo tenemos que saber aprovechar y tenemos que saber contar las historias que gente como tú, yo sé, Pocho,
Yeah.
Yo soy Pocho.
Yeah, no.
And you always, and you
I'm
always
being
speak in
honest.
Spanglish.
No, I'm being honest. Yeah.
Y ustedes están y necesitan
Sí,
estar
sí,
conectados con el entorno mexicano. Y
Sí,
queremos
sí.
que Medio Tiempo tiene esa infraestructura, tiene
Sí.
esa capacidad de contar historias, pero de la mano con ustedes,
Sí,
¿no?
sí. Yeah.
Sí, y esa, those things that we're going to do something else. Medio Tiempo has reached out to us. So for all of you guys, from Next Nation, Mexican Soccer Show, we're going to be teaming up with Medio Tiempo in the future. Just doing more stories. They have a huge outreach when it comes to getting players. So I know yo conozco a Juan Martín de la selección ya desde años en Canadá. Sí, ¿verdad? Subimos. No, que no fuiste en Canadá cuando jugaba en México, en Vancouver. Los partidos de aquí nada más.
Yo no fui, pero sí
El gol de Bozo, en donde nos metimos de milagro por el gol de Bozo, ¿o cuál?
No.
Todavía no habías nacido con el gol de
no.
Bozo.
Ah, no. ¿Cómo no? Yo estuve en ese juego cuando nos metió con Bozo el cabezazo.
¿Cuándo?
Eso es 2011, ¿no?
Es que tú y yo somos muy pequeños, Memo. No sabemos.
No es cierto. Bueno, ya no está, la producción nos está diciendo que ya cortemos. ¿Qué va a pasar? ¿Gana México? Bueno, ¿gana Liga MX?
Gana. Oh, dije, él dijo México.
¿Gana la Liga MX o la MLS?
Partido México-Estados Unidos.
Sí, no importa, vamos a decirlo, pero ¿qué pasa? ¿Quién gana?
Yo creo que la Liga MX.
Ya,
¿Liga
yo
MX?
también.
Yo creo, y digo, qué bueno que ya los Cooligans ya no están por acá. Yo
¿Ya
creo
están?
que va a seguir demostrando la Liga MX que es todavía muy superior a la
Vamos a empezar un
MLS.
nuevo récord. 16 en la Conca Champions y primero en la Liga MX All-Star.
¿Cuántos goles, no? ¿Cuántos goles?
¿Sí,
Yo-
sí ven muchos goles?
Sí, yo creo que va a haber muchos.
¿Sí? ¿Ya?
Sí.
Ok.
Es Talavera, o sea,
No, ¿cómo?
no se crean, Juan Martín, Agustín,
Muchas
muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Ya saben, Medio Tiempo, uno de los mejores sitios para toda la información, especialmente de la selección mexicana. Conozco a Quique, que estuvo en la selección con Enrique. Si no-
Cuida tus
una vez-
amistades, Wiso.
Sí, no, me encanta hablar con él pero muchísimas gracias y bueno, están en casa cuando lleguen los lunes aquí en Mexican Soccer Show y todos
Si
los
hubiera
días.
venido
gracias,
Quique,
gracias,
también nos
gracias.
hubieran tocado
No, yo sé.
michelada,
No.
pero-
Quique.
Nosotros no nos invitaron michelada como a los Cooligans, ¿eh?
Tenemos
Es que ellos dijeron que nunca han probado las micheladas y no les gustaron. They didn't like it.
Ya.
Digo,
Si hubiera venido Kiki, hubiera habido micheladas y hamburguesas y alitas, ¿verdad?
ya ves, Quique,
Un saludo
ya
a
ves,
Kikito.
tu jefe te dijo, bueno, muchísimas gracias, Agustín. Muchas gracias, Juan Martín.
Gracias.
Nos vemos. We'll be right back. Give us a minute, and we'll finish up with the Mexican Soccer Show. Don't leave. We have some giveaways in a minute, so don't leave. Yes. He said, "Oh crap." Oh crap. Looks like we're back. The
Everybody.
last part of our show, Mexican Soccer Show, live here at La Chuperia.
Yeah.
Putting back on the hat. I thought it looked pretty good with the hat. I'm not gonna lie. Right here, we're going back with this. Guys, I can't see what's on the chat, but I went over to see.
Clearly not. If you're wearing the sunglasses.
Thank you all. I actually think I look pretty good right here with this. Weird. Thank you to all that keep joining us. Medio Tiempo. Obviously,
muchas gracias a
they're
todos,
doing
yeah.
they're great, cool guys. They decided, hey, let's jump on and talk to them.
Yeah.
Obviously the Cooligans that were on, and then our last guest, we thought we'd bring in somebody that's local. Maybe you haven't heard of her, but we wanted to bring a professional athlete. So I'm sure you're gonna be hearing a lot. And we have Mari Carmen Reyes, right? This is gonna come right in, as you can see. You can see the high cam. How you doing?
Welcome, join us. Yeah,
Join us.
hello,
All right.
yeah,
First of all,
welcome.
sound. Can you hear Mari Carmen? Yes. We're good. All right. All right. All of you, if you don't know, Mari Carmen Reyes, Mexican national team player, was in Japan and currently right now is in UCLA, which is it looks like it's down the road, but it's about an hour
45.
We're good. Is that we're good? Sound? Yes. Let's see. Hold on. We might have some sound problems.
Yeah. The other one, yeah.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. This is what happens when we're live. Wait for it.
Oh, so it's nothing
No?
ordinary. That's
We're
usually
good?
what happens, yeah.
Hello.
If anything, we
Can you
can
guys hear?
switch. Let's see. Let's see.
There you go. We'll just do that.
Hello?
We'll just do that. There we go. All right. Here we go. All right. See, we had it. We could have only gone with one more guest without
Wiso and I were sure.
with technical difficulty. UCLA. You play right now at UCLA.
Yes.
Played with the Mexican national team. Professional player. But how are you?
Good. Thank you guys for having me. I'm
Yes.
super excited to be here, be with you guys, and
Just
down the
start out?
road, UCLA down the road, but it's traffic. 45
Like an hour to
minutes.
get here?
Took me like 45 minutes, but not too bad.
I mean, that's pretty standard for LA. But can I ask you about what the process was for like you with Monica Vergara? Because like I feel like
Straight in, man. Let's just go straight into Monica Vergara.
no, let's go.
All right,
Let's go. I don't care, man. I'm sorry when
Straight out question.
when we
Monica
have someone here who is a part of that process, I'm interested by it. So, what was it like for you? Because for me, just like it's so fascinating as a Mexican soccer fan to find out about this new process. So, what was it like for you?
I mean, I started with her U17s. Like I was 16 and got called up for the first time. She was the assistant coach actually at that time, and then Leo was a full team coach, and then Chris was our coach.
Was this Leo Crayon?
Yeah. So I mean, I've known her for 5-6 years, and she's amazing. Now she has a head coach job, and amazing coach. I mean, she's taught me not only like life lessons, but like how to be a good person on and off the field. Something that I like will always cherish. And now she has amazing players, and the youth is like the next big thing for her.
Yeah.
So.
Exciting times to be in the national team right now, especially with both of the generation. So there's a party going in the back, but it's okay. We're good. They can hear us. You can hear us, right? All right, cool. Before Cesar went right into it. But how did you all of a sudden become a professional soccer player? Was this something that you've always wanted to do? Were you just like, I know, for example, we've interviewed Jocelyn. She's like, oh yeah, I picked it up, and then I kind of came into it. I love you, Dos. Believe it or not. And then there's other players that have been committed since they were like 2. Which one are you? Were you like totally into it, or you just kind of fell into it?
I like fell into soccer family. Like my dad played pro in Germany. My brothers played professionally overseas, played collegiately, NCAA. So I was born into it, I guess. But I loved it since the age of 5. And I got recruited by UCLA at 16 when I was on Moni's team. And I mean, it was amazing. Like UCLA has given me so many opportunities, experiences, as well as Mexico. So I'm super excited to even like go to the next level, go pro too.
I'm interested to hear like what your, obviously you're very young, like what your ambitions are. Like what comes to mind when you think about your ambitions? Is it NWSL, or do you look at a growing league like Liga MX Femenil and like see that as a potential opportunity? I know you obviously don't have to commit to anything, but just like
you don't have to.
But I guess more importantly, what comes to mind when you think about your ambitions?
I think like the biggest thing is to grow as a player, and wherever that's like best. If it's here at NWSL, going overseas to Mexico or Europe, I think whatever's going to be the best option for me. Growing my game every single day, and then like that's whatever's going to help me with my national team as well. Like I think that's the biggest thing.
That's a good answer.
I don't really know where, but
that's good. I'm just kidding. We're getting a hard time. That's a good answer.
I don't know exactly
Real
where.
Madrid, right? Barcelona right now. All right. It's the Liga MX MLS All-Star Game, right?
Yeah.
We've been talking about it. It's, for people for us in Liga MX, you don't see that many All-Star games. But as a professional athlete, because we wanted to ask, mentally, when you see these types of games, like you want to win them, but at the same time, you don't want to get hurt. That's what we were asking the Cooligans in mediotiempo in there. But to you, what do you expect out of these games?
Well, I'm kind of sad that Chicharito and Vela aren't playing because injury. That's what I was looking forward to. But I mean, I think it's like a pride thing. Like, I think that's the biggest thing in soccer. Whoever's got the most pride is like the most important. So that's what I'm excited to see on Wednesday.
See if they're gonna. You don't want to. Family, and you are, your family is your brother, your father. Is there a rivalry there when it comes to like what I want to do? Sorry, guys. Right?
Yeah.
What you want to do and accomplish?
So my brother Oscar played beach soccer for the U.S.
Yes.
So there's like a huge rivalry.
Yes.
Like at home, whenever I go back home,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, U.S. is better than Mexico, whatever." Like.
Oscar, did you really say that, bro? I know you.
Says that all the time, but
Oscar. Oh, is Oscar?
But he knows like.
Oscar's awesome, by the way.
He knows like who's better.
Yeah,
so
there it
really
is.
Matter.
There it is. So, Mexico U.S. playing in the summer, right? Mexico U.S. Gold Cup. You guys, brother and sister. Brother plays for the U.S. Sister plays for Mexico. Like it is. Not only is there sibling rivalry, there's sibling team rivalry.
No, and the thing is that he was born in Mexico, plays for the U.S. I was born in the U.S. and played for Mexico. So it's like a huge thing that we talk about, like in our parents too.
Yeah.
My parents love Mexico more, obviously, but he brings up the U.S. in them. But I always go for Mexico.
I feel like that's kind of like sometimes as a Mexican American, sometimes you have people who are root for Mexico, sometimes people who root for the U.S. men's national team, and just like.
Back and forth.
It's just like it sometimes gets very complicated, right? Yeah.
No, it does.
You whole families. Like, and here's where it's a huge, and not to get so serious, but it is a cool talking point because everyone expects you because you're Latina or you're from Mexico to go for Mexico. I mean, that's what we do. But there's a lot of people that don't. And sure, the rivalry is bigger, but in the family, you have someone that played for the U.S. and now someone that plays for Mexico. So
it's a huge
that's
thing.
Crazy.
Yeah,
no. You don't know, but it's awesome at the same time.
No pressure.
No pressure. We do that.
No, it's amazing.
But all right, you said Mexico's going to win. You see a prediction, a lot of goals. What do you got?
I want them to score goals. I want a good match. I want to see, them compete. Hopefully Mexico, always up there.
Okay. All right, well, there you go.
Yeah, of course.
Follow her Instagram. Follow her on Twitter, and you can have that. Thank you so much. All right. We don't have to go to intermission. No, we don't have to go. Oh, no, we are? Yeah. Said to go to intermission, but we're going to – all right. I knew that Oscar – I totally forgot that Oscar played for the U.S., so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was
Beach
pretty
soccer.
Cool. Yeah.
Oscar's really cool. Oscar Reyes. So we're doing. So thank you again, Maricana Reyes. All right, let's give away some stuff. I think there's some people that are going to be here. All right, we're going to give away some stuff, but here's how we're going to do it. So if you commented on any of the comments, let's see, they're on this side.
How are we going to organize this?
I got this. We're gonna pick 3 comments. So we're gonna pick 3. Actually, we're not gonna know right now, but just FYI, everybody that wrote something on the comments, we're gonna pick 3 of you.
I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna do this.
We're not gonna do it right now live.
Okay.
We're just gonna do it after the show.
Okay.
But because you joined the show, we're gonna pick 3 comments, and you guys are gonna win a jersey. So we'll contact you, and you'll win a jersey, either a Charlie jersey or a team of your choice. So we're gonna have if you're a Liga MX supporter, we're gonna give you your team. So we're gonna pick 3 of the comments because thank you so much for being on. But this was fun, Cesar.
Dude, I had an absolute blast. As I mentioned, just like we do. Chicharito and Vela are injured, so
yes.
Should we have another All-Star game next week?
I think we should.
Let's just do this again next week,
We're gonna
right?
ask Charlie one more time.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, this might be a little bit different from our usual setup. So maybe I feel like this is a little bit nicer than what we usually do.
It's true.
Wiso, you look a little bit more different.
Dude, I think I like this. Look, no, Amy's telling me to take it off. Again, want to thank La Chuperia. Want to thank also Charlie, Nikki Sports, here in California. Pancho Villa's Army, who are always on all the Mexican national team, and they're doing some pretty cool stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Are we not going to interview the owner? Is that not a thing, part of this process?
I think we did already.
I thought, I guess technically we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
I guess
Sergio came on. So we're good. So we're good.
Okay.
All right. So prediction: what happens Wednesday?
I think it's a little difficult for the MLS side without Chicharito and Vela, and I think because of that, you're going to have a high-scoring game. But
Mori scores 3 goals.
I mean, Funes Mori is just sometimes he could be a little hit and miss. So I still think Liga MX is going to win. I think Liga MX, and it's going to be a high score. I'm going to say it's going to be a 4-3 win for Liga MX.
4-3 win. Okay. All right. Well, there it is. I'm going to go with.
I'm gonna score. Yeah, what's your score? You can't just say like, oh, that's what it is.
I'm going to go 2-2, and then it's going to go to penalty kicks. And then the Mexico.
And then who
Liga
wins?
MX,
And
Liga
who
MX.
wins?
I keep saying
All
Mexico, but and then Liga MX is going to.
You know what? You know what? That makes a lot of sense when we talk about.
It's going to go to penalty kicks.
Yeah.
And then Liga MX. All right. First, I want to thank our production, Amy, who's over there. If you don't know, Mari Carmen, she's on the sound. And then
everybody.
Sonia, who's in the green room. You can't see them. And then, Maria Esther. Sorry, Maria Esther. Maria Esther. Amy's yelling at me. You can't see them. You know what?
That's what happens when you drink a little bit of a michelada.
I'm going to invite them over here. Come over here. Come on, so they can say hi. No, we're going to get you. Maria Esther, come over here. Sonia, this is the production. And Amy, who's going to come on. Sonia was running our sound. And Maria Esther.
The thing is, if I'm here, we don't know if we're muted.
You're not muted. And there's Amy right here. How do we do, Amy? Our production. Do we do okay?
You're fine. I'm going to go back now. Yeah, me too.
Fine. We have an all-women production crew. That's how it's supposed to be. So that's pretty cool.
Except for these 2 idiots over here.
They made us, but
except for these 2 idiots.
So I want to thank them all. Again, thank again, La Chuperia. And all of you guys that are in the comments.
Yeah, thank everybody.
Hopefully we do these more often. And
and hopefully we
every
get
Mexican national team game. Let's go somewhere.
And also, hopefully we get to all see on Wednesday. Remember,
yes.
We're going to see on Wednesday. There's a pregame party for the All-Star Game. It's going to be right here at La Chuperia. There is going to be a celebrity. Actually, we're not going to say who, but like literally a celebrity showed up earlier today.
He actually showed up.
Unsolicited. I'm not going to say which celebrity
you know him. You know him.
What celebrity showed up like unsolicited earlier today? But we're going to have a Wednesday hangout here at La Chuperia. It's going to be great.
If you're in LA and you can't make it around 2 o'clock to the pregame, at 5 o'clock, we're doing this big walk. Pancho Villa's Army is going to have like a ton of drums, smoke bombs, and they're walking from La Chuperia, which is about like 10 minutes to the stadium. Come walk with us. There's going to be a bunch of like Charlie giveaways and jerseys and all this other stuff that they're giving out. So, if you want to go and you have not registered yet, DM us, Cesar and myself. He'll keep his DMs open.
I guess I'm part of that now. Then.
And then we'll get you in. But again, thank you again to everybody. Cesar, we did it. Our first. We had live shows before.
Jeez, honestly, we should do this next week. They should do another All-Star game next week. Anywho,
All right.
adios.
Hasta la próxima.
Later.